compensation sites to get a range of what the position is like. They didn't go to LinkedIn and find someone who's in that position somewhere else and perhaps and say, look, I'm going to be interviewing an ABC company, they're a competitor of yours. Can you just generally tell me ballpark what the salary is? They don't have a sense or a clue of what the position is. And their salary in their prior job may have been up here. So they come in and they get that question, very annoying question that you all got. What do you want to be making here? What's your salary requirements? And you blatantly tell them. And I tell my clients, never, never, never give out numbers. Tell them, I just want to be compensated comparable to my peers, taking into consideration my skills and experience and what I bring to this position. And they're going to sit back and say, oh my goodness, what do I do now? Do I ask them again? What do I do again? They usually say, well, the position is going to be in this range. Is that going to be suitable? Gotcha. Now you've thrown it back to them, and they're going to share that with you. But they can't not tell you that, no, we're not going to pay you comparable to your peers and your capabilities to do the position, aligned with theirs. So there's a way of getting around that, which many people don't do. They throw out a number. Oh, I got to be making $150,000. Position pays $75. There's no way I can hire this person if they truly want that. Okay? Yes, I can take a couple more questions. I know I'm winding down and cutting into other people's time. Yes, ma'am.
Disaster references.
Pardon me?
Disaster references.
Oh gosh.
Yes, is that you're supposed to send you references that are supposedly good?
Well, supposed to and have to. Sorry?
Do hiring managers go to some other kind of references to ask about you? Remember,
they
you're
may.
not perfect.
They may.
And as you are not perfect, you may not be likable by everybody. So if they go to the person that you might by, you may get.
Well, I don't know if they know who doesn't like you up front, but let me answer a part of your question, that is disaster references. The reason why it's up there is because, quite frankly, some of you may have been asked by recruiters, some naive, not too smart, some thinking that they can jump ahead relative to the jobs they want to ultimately do, and do reference checks on you. Well, in this day of technology, it's not like you go in with a piece of paper and say, here's my references, and that's the only dialogue that happens. If you come in and say, well, I forgot my references, I left them home, and they say, okay, fine, send them to me later. You can email them to them, okay? You may find out, and probably will, in the interview that day, because they're not going to cancel the interview because you don't have your references. In the interview that day, you may find out things about the job that may have a bearing on the people that you want to use as references. You may have some better people that know you better align with this position. But you've already given those 3 or 4 references and they're calling them. So please, 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 no matter what, again, take control. You are in control of this process, folks. You don't say on the phone, well, I'm not going to bring in references because Mr. Thomas said that could be, just don't do it. And apologize and say, I'll certainly give them to you this afternoon. I left them on my desk, my dog ate them, whatever you want to say, I don't care. But don't give them, because it may change. And quite frankly, based on my clients and what they told me after interviews, about 65 to 70% of the time, they do change, which has a direct bearing on them getting a job or not. Okay? I can take one more question. Yes, ma'am.
I have found that I'm getting phone screens with HR,
okay.
and HR does ask me they require me to give salary requirements. I've been giving them a range, a broad range, so that's how I handle it.
0 to
8. Like 80 to 100,000, so that's how I handle it. But I have found that they make you give a number, and they'll say I have to, I have to have.
Well, part of your research should always be, I know the position, okay? I know the geographic area I'm living in. I can do a scan, I can do a profile, I can put this up on any number of position sites in the analytical search engine and come back with a range for most, if not all, jobs that are out there. And when you talk to a hiring manager, you should always say a range. Now, if they say, what were you making? That's the more difficult question, because if you were, working at McDonald's making $25,000 a year, but you're now applying for Senior Vice President of Human Resources, that might be a bit tough relative to the difference in range, relative to what your expectations are, okay, based on what you were making. So how big of a gap? Usually 15 to 25% is the gap jump from the job you had to the new job you want to have, if you want to move up and you have the capabilities to do this. But if you're going above that, it might be difficult to fit inside the range of individuals who are either in that position or what they're willing to pay on the range that that job falls in their job scale. Okay. I appreciate your time. This, by the way, I have tried to compress what has been a 2-hour presentation into this, and I know I failed. Okay, but I want to pull out the meat of that presentation to give you. So I hope this has been helpful, and I appreciate your time and the questions you've given. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Would you be comfortable if we ran out of copies of that? Can you send it to me and I can
Oh,
share
absolutely.
it with people who signed in?
Yes. Absolutely. That's right.
So that's another incentive for everyone to sign in outside. So for those who have blue name tags or for whom this is your first time, please raise your